to try to help us with that. So that made me feel pretty good. And I also invited him to attend a future board meeting, and I believe he will be doing that. We don't have a date picked yet. And also, he possibly may be at Hainesville Fest as well. And then one final note, we've had a lot of birthdays recently. Yesterday it was John Daranaski's birthday, so happy birthday, John. We also have a couple birthdays coming up. Kevin Barrett has a birthday on Monday the 16th. And Gary Walkington has a birthday Wednesday the 25th. So that quarterly cake that I cheated you out of last quarter, because only Wally was on the list, I made Wally feel bad. We're going to have a nice big cake at the May board meeting to cover birthdays, 15 years of service, and anything else we could possibly think of to write on the cake. March grass mowing, yeah. All right, let's move on to reports of the standing committees. Finance, Trustee Daly.
Based on some conversations I've had with a variety of you concerning the information at the last board meeting, got me thinking. I talked to Kelly yesterday, and the project she's working on is the development of a report that will help her for the rest of this financial year, and it will help all of us next year. What the report's going to contain, it'll be line by line, budget account number, the amount that was budgeted for that account, and then the contents of that account for, and this is just an illustration. If we picked miscellaneous tools under Public Works, so we'd have that particular account number, the title miscellaneous tools, budget amount, and I'm just making this number up, of $500, and underneath it would show 14 new shovels, 3 hammers. So essentially we know what is approved, and Kelly will be able to use it this year by looking at it and say, all right, here's a request for this purchase. Yes, this was budgeted for. Next year will be my intent that probably after the first round of budget development and budget cuts, we'll put that report together again. And this report will be shared with the entire board and all committee chairmen. Before we approve the budget next year, you will have it in your hands so you can see what everybody has requested, where it stands before you approve the budget. So if we had this report this year, the question of generators would not have had to come up. It'll be in your hands. So that's what Kelly's working on. We haven't set a deadline for it getting created, but you'll have a chance to see it, and then if you have any tweaks or thoughts about it, we can adjust it as needed. That's my report.
I think that will be outstanding. Okay, let's move on to Public Works. Trustee Walkington.
Well, apparently Jeff's been busy and Greg's been busy, and I've just been overseeing what they've been busy at. and we do have a Public Works meeting tomorrow night, 6:30 at the Bill.
Be there, Mr. Now, how did your grandson do?
We were winning 7-1 when I left.
Okay.
That's right. Well, don't say what I think.
Public safety, Trustee Reese.
Well, I don't have too much to report on because our last meeting last March was canceled due to the fact that we couldn't establish a quorum. So I'm just inviting everybody here for the next meeting, which is going to be April 24th, right here. So 6:15.
Okay, thank you. Wetlands and open spaces, Trustee Duberstein.
Yes, well, as far as the wetlands are concerned, we are working on a calendar of when things are going to get done because the native plants don't come up as quickly as the weeds. It'll be a while before we get around to refurbishing the entrances, but that will be done in May and June, that we will be putting in some new plants, moving some of the ones that weren't as compatible and putting new ones in.
And I guess we do have to be still concerned about frost because we
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, in fact, I was covering my P&Ds tonight. With another hat, I'm the village representative to BEST, which is bringing all of our strengths together. And there is an organization in Waukegan that was looking for a place to hold a free citizenship workshop, and I volunteered for Village Hall for Saturday, April 21st from 9 to noon. I thought it was till 2, but anyway. And there is information, I'll leave this flyer at the village because it lists the things that people need to bring, what this is, if they can get free legal citizenship consultation. There'll be some free classes for people to pass the citizenship test, and things that you need to bring to this workshop. And there will be some attorneys there as well. So I will leave this with the office so that if anybody is interested and needs to get information about citizenship, they can come and see what they need to bring to this workshop on Saturday, April 21st from 9 to noon.
And we'll post that in the flyer.
Yeah, and the information that they need to bring is on the back, so. maybe
Now,
they may-
will BEST be advertising that in other ways, or how else? Are they?
Yes, the
Okay.
organization that's doing it is getting the flyers like this out
Okay.
to organizations so
Terrific.
that they gave us one.
Okay.
And that's it. Oh, and our next meeting is May 3rd, I think. It's the first Thursday at 7 o'clock here at the wetlands meeting.
Okay, thank you. Community Relations, Trustee Darrenowski.
Well, I am very pleased to announce that we are still getting money rolling in for Hainesville Fest. Our current total this to date is $7,350 in sponsorship dollars for Hainesville Fest 2012. I see Jerry smiling down there, so he sees, less money coming out of the budget, so that's always good. We had a meeting, we actually had 2 meetings, one this past Wednesday and the Wednesday before, where we were discussing what we were going to do for the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new bike path. We are going to have that on May 19th at 9 a.m. That is also going to be the same day where we are working with Swellco to have our electronics recycling event that day as well over at the Public Works building. So we are very excited about that. Any electronics, they are taking them from 9 to noon, and we are going to be able to responsibly recycle those. So any old TVs, computers, or anything like that, you bring them over to the Public Works building, and Swellco will dispose of them for you.
Is there any limit on what TV you can bring?
Well, if it's a nice one and it's still working.
And we will have information on that on the newsletter as well. So we had something in the previous newsletter. Don't forget that there's, a landfill ban in effect that took place January, the beginning of this year. That, there's a lot more electronics you're not allowed to put out in your trash anymore. So, if you have them piling up in the corner of your basement, all you have to do is drive over to the village hall and drop them off at this event. Swellco hosts other events throughout, Lake County, but we're proud that finally now we're able to host one in our own community. So it's not a far drive, and so we hope people in the community will take advantage of it.
There's also, on that note, it's a service I've used. I don't recommend. I'm not endorsing it or anything. Anybody who has computers or any sort of technology that they have that's fairly current, there's a website, gazelle.com, like the animal gazelle. They will take your computers, any sort of electronics like that, cell phones, anything. They will give you can print out a shipping label. You can either box it up or they will send a box to you, and you can send it into them and they will sell it for you. They will wipe out the memory, they will wipe out the hard drives and everything so that you can then, and you'll get money either as an Amazon gift card or Walmart gift card. There are various different ways that you can do that. They will also, if it's not worth anything, you know, if it's a MacBook, whatever, from 1992 and it's nobody really wants it, they will still send you the shipping label and you can still send it to them and they will recycle it, responsibly recycle it as well. So anything like that, if you wanted to do that, that's also a good way to get rid of something that maybe you necessarily don't want to have lying in your house after you do the recycling event this year, and then you realize, oh man, you know, I should have brought this in too. It's another way to get rid of it back like that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have one item under business, and that is the resolution for construction on State Highway in Illinois. Do we have a motion for approval?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Trustees Derenoski.
Aye.
Priest.
Aye.
Duberstein. Barrett.
Aye.
Daley.
Aye.
And Walkington.
Aye.
Resolution R12-4-64.
Okay, at this time, I would like to ask for a motion for us to adjourn from open session to move into executive session for the purpose of probable litigation.
So moved.
Second.
Third.
Roll call.
Trustees Derenoski.
Aye.
Priest.
Aye.
Duberstein. Barrett. Daley.
Aye.
And Walkington.
Aye.
For those of you out in the audience, you're welcome to refreshments. I don't know how long we'll be. I don't think we'll be very long, but I don't know how quick we'll be either. So we'll be back as soon as we can.
Sketchy.
Well, we're waiting for that.
Motion to re-enter regular session.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustees Derenoski.
Aye.
Priest.
Aye.
Duberstein. Barrett.
Aye.
Daley.
Aye.
And Walkington.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call.
Aye.
All in favor, say
Aye. Meeting adjourned, 8:16.